Benjamin D. White. He is a partner at Block and White LLP. And it says Benjamin White is a seasoned litigator with a lengthy track record of litigating high stakes, complex, and cutting edge commercial disputes and public interest cases. Before establishing Block and White LLP, Ben practiced at Kaplan, Hecker, and Fink LLP, where he represented clients in disputes concerning complex commercial transactions, the securities laws, the civil rights laws, and the civil rights part is important because that is kind of where Brit Eady's lawsuit is falling under, the U.S. Constitution, federal and state whistleblower statutes, and more. And whistleblower is big because usually the whistleblowers are going to be with the bigger corporations and bigger companies. So protecting and fighting for whistleblowers is going to be a hard uphill battle. His commercial clients have included major financial and investment advisory firms, multinational unicorn tech companies, several Fortune 500 institutions, and both plaintiffs and defendants in whistleblower actions. So he's defended both sides. So he's worked with the companies that have been at the on the receiving end of a whistleblower, and then he's also defended whistleblowers. So he's fought both sides, which means he's probably going to understand some of the strategies that Bravo and Truly would come with. That's what I would think. Ben litigated extensively in federal and state trial and appellate courts on behalf of these clients and recently secured the affirmance by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit of a substantial majority of claims brought against his clients facing allegations of fraud on a $1 billion government contract. Ben has also maintained a broad public interest practice throughout his career, focusing on civil rights and criminal defense. He was co-lead trial counsel in Frazier versus City of New York et al., a federal civil rights wrongful conviction action brought against 3 NYPD officers and the City of New York for constitutional violations, in which the jury found all defendants liable on all claims and awarded Ben's client nearly $2 million in compensatory and punitive damages. He represented the Federal Defenders of New York in a long-running litigation against the Bureau of Prisons concerning attorney access rights at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn and helped secure a groundbreaking and novel ruling by the Second Circuit affirming those right of access claims. He also represented a group of plaintiffs pursuing civil rights and state law claims against the neo-Nazis and white supremacists that organized the August 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, in which a jury recently awarded his clients $26 million following a 4-week trial. Ben also represented criminal defendants in federal trial court through the Criminal Justice Act and clients on direct appeals of underlying convictions. So I'm gonna tell you this, reading this, and this is my first impression of Ben because I didn't read all this before I got to y'all. I just had him ready to go and looked him up. From that paragraph we just read, Ben is patient. That's what that tells me. If you're fighting a long-standing issue with the Bureau of Prisons for prisoners and access to their attorneys, Ben is patient. Also, I see the high dollar amounts that he's gotten. Again, with him fighting for both sides, I don't know. I don't think Bravo's just going to get off super easily. It's probably at minimum, maybe it's going to be a settlement. I don't know. Lies More Lies said, I don't care for Brit, but definitely not mad about her suing. Hey, LaDawn. Okay. So it says, Ben previously litigated at Sullivan and Cromwell LLP, where his commercial practice focused on representing a major financial institution in a numerous and diverse array of mortgage-backed securities litigations. Ben also maintained a broad pro bono practice at Sullivan and Cromwell, including representation of indigent, nonprofit, and government clients in various matters in the fields of housing, tax, and criminal law, earning him placement on Legal Services NYC's honor roll and being named an honoree as part of the New York State Bar Association's Empire State Council program. And I'm going to tell you what, securities litigations, do you know how much in the weeds you have to get for that? He's patient and smart. They are not going to talk him in circles. They are not going to talk him in circles. Ben graduated cum laude from Harvard Law School, where he earned the Paul C. Weiler Student Writing Prize in Sports and Entertainment Law and served as a vice president of the National Security Journal. Later, Ben served as a law clerk to the Honorable Barrington D. Parker Jr. and then the Honorable John M. Walker Jr., both of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, which followed service as a law clerk to the Honorable Charles S. Haight Jr. of the Southern District of New York. And then it says Ben graduated with honors from the University of Wisconsin-Madison with a BA in political science and sociology. Before attending law school, he served as a member of an AmeriCorps program providing academic support and mentoring to underprivileged youth, as well as a bilingual employment support program as part of a neighborhood community assistance program. He's all up in these civil rights too. I failed to go back and highlight the fact that he was helping people against the claims against the neo-Nazis. So he's, I just don't think he'd take this if it was frivolous. I don't. Not with the things he's had to deal with.